Hello again. Let's getting on. Let us go back on. We are back to streaming more I Wani Hug That Gator. I know y'all have been like watching my stream. I've been loving it. I've been loving my stream of this game, and I've been loving it too. So let's get back in. Yeah, it's been like busy. Like I've been getting back into studies, so there will be times where I might not be streaming on the day I usually stream because I'll be like working on a project or some other real life stuff. So yeah, but overall, I hope you'll enjoy my stream and have a good time to watch it. And I will be soon, and we'll be soon getting on the stream. So let's get on. Alright. Back in arcade, you're next. Damien's expression carries a hint of disappointment as he steps away from the cabinet, but he quickly peps up and reassures himself and reassumes his usual jerk of self. Just me and Olivia left. I nervously stepped up to the cabinet. A plethora of characters in various fighting poses stare at me, each with their own promises of victory. I recall an old saying Coach Solely had said, "If we don't know what we are doing, then the opposing team certainly can anticipate our future actions." I tap my joystick over till the last question mark in the middle of the screen is highlighted. To the astonishment of spectators and my visibly nervous opponent, the game begins and my opponent besides me seems exceptionally calm as he manipulates his controls, compared to me trying out every button and stick input to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Unlike Damien, who at least looked like he was holding his own against the bloated Buster, I was getting additional crap kicked out of me. Every attempt I made was met by my character being grabbed and thrown in some ridiculous elaborate way. By the time the perfect announcement plays on the screen, I do feel my wrists cramping from the crazy amount of button mashing I've done in under a minute. At least I lasted a little longer than Liz. Don't feel too bad. I am the best here after all. His snot-filled laughter grates on my ears as I walked away from my friends, all of them stirring daggers at the pasty scaled dino. The rest of the crowd are in an uproar along with him. I can feel my ears heat up at the attention. Olivia's eyes are narrowed as she wills herself in position, her tail lashing roughly against the ground as she waits for the laughter to die down and her turn to finally begin. Buster chuckles himself while cracking his knuckles. "I just finished wiping the floor of your friends while hardly breaking a sweat. Just so you know who you're dealing with. I'm Buster O'Nuts, achiever of octades in the annual Jurassic Wisconsin E-Tournament, demolisher of Icaria, the second best player of 2007-2012 and co-leader of the Midwestern branch of the Mighty Mammoth Gamers Guild. You won't look bad for ducking, or you're ready to get busted. You are fat. You know you can still back out of this." Olivia's response is to insert her coins slowly without breaking eye contact with Buster, before I can only describe as a predatory leer. She then slams a fist on the start button. Buster instantly moves the cursor towards a different character. Damien next to me lets out a soft gasp. What's wrong? Buster's character is like 3 kinds of bullshit. Is what's wrong? What? Well, one thing, he's usually gentleman's bad in tyrannies, and his mouth is moving, but all that comes out is alien words. Marta lets out a chuckle and turns to look at Olivia, giving her a smug grin. Olivia doesn't seem all that fazed by Boss's character choice, clicking her joystick lazily. As soon as Olivia picks a character, the game announcer blares a name out loud. Wani Long! Damien turns to look at me. The excitement in his face is overbearing. That's Olivia's main. Oh man, it'll be one hell of a fight if Olivia's freaking her out. So is this Alani Wan character? So is this Wani Long a good character? Towards explanation you'll understand is yes. What's the long one? If you don't know what a Shoto is, it'll take too long to explain here. Bah. While Damien rambles on, I recall Olivia's motivation just to get here. That look she had, that more than anything piqued my curiosity. So, how good is Olivia with her? Damien's reply suddenly gave me a wide big grin. Oh, you'll see. A loud soundbite from the cabinet speakers signals the start of Olivia's match. Given by the way Damien spoke of Olivia's skills is like was derived from an ancient scroll. I expected it to be a flurry of pixelated beatdowns and tactful controller play, but instead it looked like nothing at all. I must say both characters are shifting back and forth. The joysticks in Olivia's and Boss's hands clapping about furiously. Honestly, it looks like they're attempting to make their digital avatars tap dance. Oh, what? Wait, did I miss something? I don't want to turn my eyes away in case anything happens. No, like they're trying to get a read on each other. It's like they're trying to predict what the other will do so they can counter and steal the match. Oh, so they're like scissor. There's a heavy clank and a thump on the floor in front of me. Olivia's tail lashed at the base of the cabinet, while Buster's Vangomizer had managed to crack into the concrete floor behind him. On the screen, the characters finally made contact. As they each are flying in opposite directions, behind me the crowd started cheering. Finally decided that there was some actual action happening. Damien is hollering next to me, cheering on Olivia with all his might. But the excitement dies down again as the duo seems to start posturing. My eyes darted between Olivia and Buster. Olivia is completely absorbed in the match, her eyes are wide and full of killing intent. Buster on the other side seems to be like Buster on the other hand seems like he can barely contain his fury. 10 seconds on the clock. Olivia comes in clutch, punishing Buster's character with an impressive string of attacks. He manages to get away with a single pistol of hell just as the time limit runs out. Winner, Wani Long! The crowd goes nuts as Olivia's victory is announced. And you know what? I can't help but cheer along with them. Olivia slumps back into a mobile seat and lets out a sigh before returning to her original posture. Buster lets out a snort, twists and stretches his neck, and cracks his knuckles before once again gripping the controls tight. Round 2. Clash and Trash! The crowds return to a more silent state of observing the match closely, only low moans as they gawk at the two highest skilled players. The words tossed around reach me, attempting to draw my eyes away. Weird for him, surprised he's not doing the... Is he playing with her? Come on, Olivia! Damien shouts above the rest of them, nearly blowing my eardrums, but I shared his sentiment as the style of characters engaged blows. The timer continues to tick down, Buster once again being put on a defensive. With how impressed with how all the previous bouts went, Buster always had control with a cutthroat level of offense, but I didn't think of him being this passive. The countdown once again hits 0 with Olivia's character slouching in defeat and the crowd's cheering him, though less enthusiastically than before. You got it, Olivia, just one more win and you'll the champ again. Olivia's shoulders tense up at what he said, and all eyes stare directly at her. Damien! Come on, Hot Wheels, show him why you're the best. She groans a bit and refocuses on the screen. The group simmers down to silence in anticipation at the start of the final match. The sudden silence actually kept me off guard for a second. Long enough for my own doubts to catch up with me. Boss's playstyle, it's like he's not really trying. The match starts and the hype flares right back up. It's too to me ever think that he's a game pro champion type. He's got way too much to lose. And yet, hey Damien, yeah, do you notice anything off about how Buster's playing? You notice it too? I guess I'm not just paranoid then. Like, I didn't really watch your match, but was he always so passive? No. But like, these two are crazy good, so maybe this is all mind games. And if he's going to throw the game and let her win. We glance back at the ongoing battle happening on the screen, and I'll take notice of Buster's hand movements. As Olivia launches her character on a fierce combo, sure enough Buster hesitates just enough to let his fighter get hit. Blow. That's brilliant timing. This is crazy, huh? And it hits me all at once, like a freight train. The way Buster was looking down at Olivia, how he didn't want to take a challenge, all the excuses he was giving. He's a virgin, but also he's throwing the whole match, isn't he? Damn it! Even here, Olivia was right. Damn, I think he's taking it easy on her. You think so? Damien takes a moment to ponder what's said. Dang, even here. That's what I was thinking. Should we do something? Wait, interrupt the match? No one else is having fun. Hold on, let me get a drink. The crowd whoops again. Only now it sounds a bit different. Hollow, mocking. Damien's thrill stands concerned. He turns to me. What we came here for is for a good time. She can't tell what's to harm. Jeez, you know what I mean. Yeah, I do. I hate that he's right. I could stand up for her. I mean, just being there for Olivia when Mia was getting on her went pretty alright. But that was a while ago, I just don't know. I look over the crowd again, the match is about way done. Judging by the remaining hopefuls, I'll just cheer on. I know Olivia normally doesn't like this from strangers, but I'm no stranger to Olivia. She knows my intentions. We're friends. On screen it looks like the character's about to strike one another with their feet. I cup my hands around my mouth. Go Olivia! You got this! The Aaron calls my scream, or maybe I popped his eardrum, judging by the glare. He levels at me. He then raises two fingers to his mouth. Whee! Heck yeah, you got this! Even Liz tries to join in, shouting down at the crowd with her own cheers. Oh, you know what will be cool? You can do this, Hot Wheels! Yeah, go Hot Wheels, go! Olivia flinches and turns her head to look back at us a bit. Curiously, so does her opponent. She sees us cheering, and she gets her usual disfavoring frown. Her usual disfavoring frown brow. No way, I'm sticking to my guns. Eyes on the screen, Hot Wheels. He's gonna get you. Beat him without even looking. She stares right through the crowd at me. It's only at an instant, but it feels longer. But her subtle scowl cracks. Then it falls into a smirk back at us. Face back at the scream of renewed vigor. Buster shakes his head to snap himself out of his own slog. He then looks like he's only intending to lose by a level. He picks up the pace now. Only time. The match time is out. Ah, dang. Wanna go another round? We'll need a winner. Actually, he might like run to the restroom real fast. Shit, yeah, it's down that way. Olivia turns and smiles at me again. It's warm. She then goes off to the room. Buster waits for her to be out of earshot and scrambles over to Damien and I. Hey, you two. You guys weren't serious, right? Huh? You were saying Hot Wheels. That's not really her, right? Hot Wheels from a decade ago? Yep, that's her. Why? Damn, I feel like a jackass now. You were throwing for her, weren't you? A little. Your buddy Finhead gave me some sob story about her during a match, and I felt bad, okay? It wants to be known as an asshole who picks on cripples. Ooh, Buster being hospital to the young lady. Who the fuck? Shut up! Yo, Buster, you simping. Piss off. Well, yeah, I didn't mean any disrespect or anything. Crap, I didn't know she had history here. I should have been more respectful than that. Besides, what do you do now? I'll play for real. It's what she deserves. That's all we ask. Buster nods and turns for thumbs up. He cracks Knuckles' neck in preparation for its first legitimate match for the day. He's still kinda simping though. Shut the hell up, Dave. Olivia returns, sliding up to the machine once more. Thanks away. No problem. Ready? You know it. Good, because you're going down this time. They gave each other one last competitive leer before putting all their focus on the screen. Just before, Buster chooses the OP character, and Olivia picks Wani Long. As soon as the in-game announcer yells fight, Buster immediately goes in for the kill, total opposite how he was playing last match. He catches Olivia off guard for a moment, leading the character to eat a massive combo which takes away a good chunk of her health. True to his word, he isn't holding back this time for Olivia, dealing her the same level of beatdown brutality he gave her to the opponents before her. This seems to only invigorate her, putting her skills and hands to overdrive. Even though Buster is going at full force, Olivia still manages to get Wani Long to land a few punches and kicks along with evading some attacks. The crowd seems to notice the reappearance of Buster's lethality, causing an uproar of cheering and whoops. Amy, of course, follows suit. You got this, Hot Wheels. Kick his ass. Can't let him in the other one, right? Show him why you're the champ. Unfortunately, not even Olivia could beat Buster's tree fighting skills, and like his previous opponents, KO Bold wins. The crowd is in a mix of groans and cheers and excitement at the ill-fated defeat of Olivia. Buster crosses his arms and basking in his self-pride of beating the legendary Hot Wheels. Damn, you really handed my ass to me. Didn't I say I was kind of a big deal here? Yeah. But I gotta admit, you gave me a real challenge. I see why you were known as a champ. Thanks. If you're ever for a rematch, you know where to find me. With that, Aaliyah makes her way over to us, a smile beaming across her face. Alright, who's next? Thanks to the crowd of a more spacious part of the arcade. That was awesome, Liv. Really gave him a run for his money. I know, right? I mean, I know I'm a bit rusty, but the moment I got my hands on the controls and he gave me a real fight, I was so close to beating him. Despite having outmatched and losing to Buster, she seems to be having even more fun than ever. I'm just feeling all jittery after that fight. That's the gamer rush settling in ya. Hey, you know what sells more you know what food they sell here, right? We should get some snacks to celebrate. Well, I was smelling grease. I was just assuming it was. He takes on his order and starts marching off in another direction. Damien, wait for the rest of us. Food, huh? You know what? I can go for a little something. Yeah? It's getting pretty late. Come on, they went this way. Olivia starts plowing through the crowd once more. Oh boy, this again. I'll call it exercise. The snack bar is a small cutaway from the rest of the building, segregated by different style tiling and brighter fluorescent lighting. Not a lot of options aside from what you expect: pizza, ice cream, chicken strips, pickles, and the like. When Damien asked for 2 slices of pizza, Liz got excited. The moment he got the food, however, he was already eating one while holding the other. She seemed really annoyed, but I took his offer to let him pay for her food. He offered to pay for Olivia myself, but the last thing I wanted him to do is drain his wallet any further, knowing their living situation. It's barely over $10, so it's not like it bothers me. Olivia got an order of chicken wings, slathered in hot sauce. I just went by the classic chicken strips with one of the sodas I recognized on the school vending machine. I take a seat on one of the few open tables, and I struggle not to think about how often they're cleaned. Dane doesn't bother sitting with us. He just heads right back into the fray with both arms occupied by his dinner. Liz follows after Damien to keep track of him. At least her dad does. Olivia barely even sets her own tray down before. Crunch, crunch. I suddenly shift away from the maelstrom of molars and claws. Damien probably said he'd cover the meal because he knew Olivia would get like this. Sheesh, Hot Wheels. Would you like some actual meat on that? I didn't even know wing bones could get that big. Olivia responds by snapping the bone in 2 between her teeth. The marrow squirts out a little bit, and she had to get a napkin to wipe her cheek. Suddenly, my chicken tender meal looks even more unsavory, so I push it aside closer to 2 Tornado. It only takes moments for her to accept my offering with no manners whatsoever. Frank Mule, don't mention it. So, after we finish our plans, Olivia ponders my words while rolling a bone around her mouth like it's a lollipop stick. It's just a chicken bone, Inko. An oddly large chicken bone. I don't know, I've basically done all I want to do by now. Damien's probably got another 20 minutes before he burns out. I'm cool to hang here, unless you want to do something. Nah, I don't actually want to play a game. I actually don't play games much. I had fun playing with you though. Olivia looks away for some reason. We should do this sort of thing more often. Yeah? Of course, I never had as much fun outside my previous schools, mainly because I never had many friends to hang out with. That's kinda sad. It is, but it looks like moving here was a change for the better. Plus, it's just fun hanging out with you. Though stained with sauce, Olivia's lips curl into a smile. And Liz and Damien too, of course. But I have to admit, the way Liz gravitates towards Damien, it's almost like she had this all set up. What do you mean? Well, Damien and Liz are pretty close. Maisha's using this as an opportunity for them to get closer. It's almost like we're on a double date or something. She jerks back, completely attentive. Did I say something? Really? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Since we hang out together pretty often, we all might start thinking we're together. Something whips into my back. Gah, Olivia grabs hold of her tail. Crap, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I had fun today. Going out like this for the first time in ages, seeing this place again, it's nice. That Buster guy said they renovated it a bit in the last few years. Has anything else changed? Olivia looks into the depths of the arcade, looking for anything different. You know what? I think the wallpaper's changed. But other than that, she turns back to me with a nostalgic grin. No, it stayed the same. You know what has changed though? What? The people here. What, like employees? Them too. But I meant the regulars. When we came here, the place was always more... tongue probs her cheek as she considers different words. More hectic? No, more packed. It was so easy getting through here today. I recall her almost running some people over to get across the building, and with the look she had back then, I don't think she'd notice if she had. I don't think she'd have noticed if she had. Olivia's gaze lingers back towards the arcade machines. Back then, every machine was crowded. It was a lot louder, and there was always this something in the air that had everyone excited. What about you and that guy were playing Jurassic? Okay, yeah, it was like that, but way more. Like, it felt like every machine had a crowd around it. Everyone just getting crazy, and it was always a pain to wait your turn. The heaviest of sighs, Olivia turns back towards me. Just feels empty, like everything else nowadays. I mean, empty is good, you're able to get around easy. Near hit and runs notwithstanding. And personally, this place feels crazy to me. Even here in the tiny food court, I could feel the rumbling loudness of all the people here resonating in my body. My only response was a non-committal hum. Olivia's handles her flask carefully, staring down at the sticker I'd noticed earlier with a wistful look. I remember that Liz mentioned about it, from being from an old show she'd watched. Say, I noticed a sticker when I went to refill it. What's it from? Oh, that? It's from an old anime that I remember watching growing up. It's nothing really special. From some anime, huh? What's it about? You know what? You want to know? Oh, look at her eyes. Oh, her eyes are sparkling. Sure. I never really caught on the whole anime stuff, but I like to know what's it about. Well, you really want to know. It's not like any other anime. It's called Gundam, and for the next 5 minutes, Olivia tried to summarize the premise of Gundam in detail. Given that I'm clueless to it as I was with the fighting terminology, the plot sounds completely esoteric. The sticker is a symbol. The sticker is of the symbol worn by the faction of Space Noids fighting for their independence. Sounds like just a noble group with a goal like that. Watching her talk so passionately about the series, franchise, oh, that's a lot. For how long? But that's alternate universe stuff, and oh, then there's this martial arts one. As she continues her description of the franchise, I start to realize how enamored I've become. Not just about hearing the show, but from seeing Olivia talking about her favorite show with such passion and energy. I find myself engrossed in her voice as she recounts a particular version of the anime, and she's even taken to emulating segments on the show. And in the end, he finally admits it, and it was one of the best romances Gundam's done, and she suddenly pauses. Her sudden pause worries me. What's wrong? Nothing. Doesn't sound like nothing. Rather, given a roughness in her tone again. Her throat finally ran dry. Do you need another refill? I'm good. She drinks dips from the canteen that has started us all off. It's been a while since she talked herself dry like that. In fact, I can't recall the last time she desperately needed to hydrate like that. I'm not Russian. But hello, guys. But hello. I think maybe around the start of the school year. I'm an Australian. She releases the canteen and lets out a breath of relief. You are watching I Wanna Hug the Gator. I wanna hug that gator. Better. Olivia nods. Yeah. Anyway, where'd I leave? Actually, I've probably been babbling on too long about it. Oh no, I don't mind at all. Nah, it's fine. Besides, you let me talk about my favorite show. So tell me about yours. Mine? Well, I haven't finished anything. Just mostly video essays about shows. I'm told I can call myself a fan of video games without having to play them, but does that apply to TV? Olivia sure has a taste. She can tell me exactly what kind of show she likes and why she likes it. I just know bits of trivia. No, that can't be right. I've seen lots of things in passing. Like, well, shoot. I have no swag. I guess I spent more time watching in-depth video essays about shows than actually watching them. Man, it's embarrassing. No, it's not. Okay, maybe a little, but it's never too late to get into it. See what you do or don't like. Next time you're over at my place, we can binge watch the whole anime series. I like the sound of that. But if it ever gets too intense, you can always watch Power Raptors with Vinny. Hey, relax. Tuka shows like that aren't just for kids to like. It's funny though. I remember my dad letting me watch it as a kid, and Vinny got into it because I showed him. Don't mind me asking, you mentioned that your dad's in and out of town because of his job. What is it exactly? He's on contract with the DoD. Wow, really? Yep. Been working with the Air Force ever since I was a baby. Normally, he isn't called that often, but when he does, it's pretty lengthy. Weeks, even months. That must suck. Isn't all too bad. We still call each other and send messages. The work just keeps him busy. Well, that's good. Keeping in touch with your folks is important. Why do I feel sad now? What about your parents? What's their job? All mine are joint partners and architect. It's why we moved around a lot. And the main reason why we're here involved Chaldea to begin with. Now it makes all sense. What does? Yeah, no. She points at my shades and jacket. Having on a jacket and shades doesn't automatically make me rich, Olivia. Dude, who else wears clothes from Amber Croby and Flint? And has a pair of Ray A bands, sunglasses on them. People in mansions, that's who. I don't live in a mansion. For your information, it's a 2-story complex with an automatic gate and oh, I see what you mean. Now you get it, moneybags. Suddenly Liz starts waving her hands around excitingly. What the? Inko! Olivia! Damien rushes in, both arms filled with a pile of tickets. Whoa, ma, that's a lot of tickets. The other end is still trailing behind him. Damien got the jackpot at Megagala Millionaire. This is probably like 1,000 tickets. I'm gonna see what What gets this at the prize corner? Come on. Holy crap. Alright, yeah, you done eating, Olivia? She takes a basket of chicken strips and pushes back from the table. Yeah. I roll my eyes and follow behind Damien to the prize counter. He plops his winning stash on a counter in front of the unamused clerk. So what'll this get me? Nothing, you need to drop these in the ticket counter first. Oh damn, almost forgot. He rushes off to get them counted, and I look over the options. There's a few old games up on the top shelf for several thousand. What's the exchange rate supposed to be? Below me in the gas counter is a bunch of candy and small plastic novelties. There's also a lot of joke items, whoopee cushions, air horns, things like that. In one corner is a series of licensed and generic plush toys hanging. What do you think you'll get? Probably the mini RC car? Or no, maybe that plasma globe. He's gonna get a handful of candy and let us have the rest. You think so? Alright, I'm back. He hands the ticket over. I spot the 1247 printed on the ticket. Dang, that's enough for me. That's enough for one of the wall plushies on the wall. Let's see. I want... Hey, how about that? He points to a small foosball table on the top shelf. The clerk glances up at it and back. That's gonna be like another few thousand. Ugh, damn it. Well, I'm out of ideas. I guess I'll have some of those then. The clerk gets a small bag of chocolates on display. You guys have the rest. I really don't need anything here. Nothing's really speaking to me either. I might want something. Olivia scans the corner. There's still enough tickets for a medium prize. She might be going for a paddleball or something. Whoa, look at that. She points to the plushie corner. The blue slug thing. No, next to it. There's a weird dark green thing hanging in the corner. The only one of its kind. I kinda want the drop ticket. That one? I don't know, something about it makes me want to... I don't know. Tie it to a firework and set it up into a deep fryer? Or why, Damien? It's cute. Why would you say that? I was just thinking the same thing. You guys are rude. I was thinking the same thing, Liz. I'm like, yeesh. Why would they say that? I'm not... Liz? I'm not saying it wrong, though. He looks like the reason we have taxes. I hate his face. He thinks he's better than all of us. I've gotten used to it. It's been around for years. Tell it I hate it. You don't really want it, right, Olivia? Wow. It's just like me. For real, for real! For real! Her eyes are bright and wide. She's in love. Up. The clerk hands her the stuffed toy, and she looks into its beady eyes. It looks deep into its beady eyes. Yep, just like me. I'm gonna set that thing on fire sometime. Not if you like having both arms. We have two for a reason. The argument continues for several minutes. Guys, it's getting late. I think it's time we head out. Ah shoot, she's right. Even though the weekend starts tomorrow, I still have a curfew that my folks are strict about. Agreed. Aw. I guess you're right. On the way out, Damien stops and breathes in deeply. You know, this was a lot of fun. Coming all here together for the first time in a while. Thanks for taking us, Liz. Oh, it's no problem. Thank you guys, too. Is she looking at the love? I think she's looking at the love machine. Yeah, man, it was fun. We should do this again sometime. It's just like, you remember it? Even better. I know I was a bit meh about the idea first, but I'll admit, it was worth it. Back in the car, the argument picks up again. I'm just saying, you should try hiding pencils in its ears until it comes out of the other side's head. If you hurt him, I'll kill you. She stares with razor intent back at Damien. Okay, let's not get into the inner fratricide over a plush animal. Olivia hugs the wretched thing tighter. So, Inko, you want me to drop you off at your place? Oh, dang, yes, please. I hadn't thought of it. I quickly send Liz the address to my home, which he puts into Google Maps. Buckled in, we head out of the parking lot and onto the main road. Entering the freeway, we pass by the city, now illuminated. The early fall sunset bathes the car's interior a warm orange. And as we make our way home, I find myself recalling all the spots Olivia had highlighted. I wanted to ask her again just so I knew for sure, but seeing her rest peacefully gave me pause. Well, I suppose I can ask her another time. Better to let sleeping gators lie. Wait, lay? Let her rest. She had fun. Now she's tired, and that's all that matters. I know Olivia mentioned that the place was updated, but I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say it looked a bit too grimy. Just hope I don't get sick. Yep, I got sick. I was completely out the whole weekend, sick like a dog. Must have caught at the arcade. At first it was a slight headache and a stuffy nose. By Sunday I felt like my bones were made out of mache. I couldn't even go to school today. Man, this sucks. I shouldn't have ignored the signs. The rapid weather change isn't helping at all either. Between the pollen and the chills. Worst part is, I'm falling out of practice. I tried off and on every hour to watch a drawing tutorial. Within minutes my consciousness is taken over by a fog and I retreat back to bed. At this rate, I'll never actually have the skill people thought I had at the beginning of the contest. Between the sunlight obscuring clouds and my own bouts of unconsciousness, it feels like I've been sick for weeks instead of just days. I would ask my parents for some help, but it still had to work. And the most help that it could be was simply call in school to let them know I was sick. Slurp. Oh, he's got one of those. Dang, that's his house. I finished off the cup of medicine I made and back to my noodles. The only reason why I'm even conscious right now is because I figured some soup would help with the splitting headaches. I've only made sure the pantry is stocked full of cup ramen. I shoved in more noodles in my mouth as I lied splayed on the couch trying to watch what was on TV. Eventually I decided the salty goodness aside in flavor while scrolling through the notification on my cell phone. Of course, I got a few dozen on Damien. Bless his heart, he's been giving me an hourly play-by-play of the school day. Got a few messages on Liz too. She's also filling me in on the school day, albeit not as nearly as often as Damien. Even Olivia messaged me, and I feel oddly soothed as I read her well wishes. Suddenly I got another notification, this time from Ben. It's a PDF of my homework, followed soon after by a simple get well soon animated emoji. Ain't I popular? I'll be sure to thank him in person when I'm better. Another wave of fuzziness washes over me, so I pop a few flea meds and I chase it down with another gulp of lukewarm chicken broth. 3 days of being sick as a dog, and it's only occurring to me that I haven't seen any sign of, I already thought I got my grocery delivery today, or was it yesterday? Whatever, I push myself upright on the couch, turning the sick table, uncaring for all the styrofoam noodle cups and plastic wrappers that fall into my carpet. Wow, I really let things get out of hand. My head is spinning as I make the arduous 20-foot journey. I check out the peephole and nothing is there. Or maybe it's a small child. Jurassic Scout cookies would sound awesome right now. One hand works to undo the locks while I'm focusing on finding my wallet with another. Damn poofy sleeves. If they weren't so what? Sup? You dead yet? Olivia? What? How? What are you doing here? Despite her cheerful greeting, Olivia shifts side to side in her seat, and her knees totter together. Mr. Adakan wanted me to give you the project worksheets for his class. She pulls a backpack up from behind her chair and reaches in, drawing out a manila envelope and waving it in my face. My dizziness intensifies as my eyes attempt to track the rapidly moving object in front of them. Oh, the one about the Baroque? Thanks. I'm pretty sure Ben had just sent me those as a PDF. She snorts and lets the packet down, my hands fumbling to catch it before it hits the floor. Without batting an eye, Olivia pushes past me as if wandering to someone's house is an everyday occurrence for her. Come on, the project is going to finish itself, huh? She's already wheeled herself to my couch and set a backpack on the coffee table. Yeah, figured you could use some help on it, or... She barks at a mountain of junk I've left. I think her nose crinkles, hard to tell from so far away. Damn, Inko, you live... Damn, Inko, you live like this. My head finally catches up to what's transpired. Olivia's here now. Cool. What? Isn't it the sudden interest? Isn't it the sudden onset of vertigo? I guess I was standing upright for too long. I only managed to stay up long enough thanks to the support of the wall. What? Just how sick are you? Pretty sick. The disgust falls on her face as wiped away as she looks at me. I wonder what. Why is my floor coming to me? Oh shit. Owie. After my impromptu tumble, Olivia had done her best to pull me up and get me to the couch. My robe did make it easy to drag me across the smooth floor of my house. Okay, forget the project. What project? Attaboy. I can't tell if the dizziness is new or not. Olivia's already started picking at the trash mountain, moving what she can into a grocery bag. Watching her, my vision going fuzzy only intensifies the vertigo. I guess I should take more of my medicine. I grab a can of soda from the half-empty case on the table, along with the bottle of cough syrup. Psst. I open the can and bottle into the glass I've been using all weekend, watching the delicious mixture slowly becoming my panacea. Even though that's a good swell to ensure the final product, I grin and gulp down my alchemical masterpiece. I don't get the finish the drink, however, as the olive green tail slams my midsection and makes me spit up the drink all over myself. The fuck are you doing? No wonder you've been sick as shit. What? I read online and it makes the medicine go down easier. Inko been drugging herself with fucking purple drink. I mean, yeah, it's purple and I drink it. Holy crap, how are you alive? I mean, I was kind of thinking, it's like, if I'm taking medicine, I would definitely tell myself not to take it with anything but water. Because, because it's kind of like, I just kept hearing that taking with anything but water can make my sickness worse. Because I guess the medicine might have a weird reaction with sodas. The smell of my spat up drink irritates my nose, and I feel my stomach roll from both impact and plunging force plunging. A urge to retch, feeling all my energy drain away. Blur. I feel completely spent again. My vision swims and the world turns counterclockwise. I feel something on my head, and I'm thankful that it was something soft and warm and soothing. Smooth maneuvers it back onto the couch. The blackness of my shut eyelids returns to the uptightness of the world, and the numbness I've grown used to overtakes my limbs. Oh my god, Inko, you okay? Oh man, stay. I'll figure it. Olivia's voice is drowned by the growing drone of white noise. Once again, the colors from outside the world. The window bleed and flood into my house, and I'm still without my rent money. Someone's in here still. They've been over something. Hey, what's going on? Whoa, what the shit? Funny Gator go on wheels. Hang on, I'll try to help you out. So big hugs. I Wani hug. Don't say anything. You're completely incoherent. Incoherent. That's my name. Yeah, Inko is now experiencing a sickness-induced hallucination. Before I can say anything, my beings fades into the void. Oh god, my head. What year is it? I sit up and glance around the room. Mum and Dad aren't back yet, even though it's 6 o'clock. So I'm busy, huh? Wait, no, what's that smell? Dang, something's cooking. It smells nice. Guess Mama's home. I wonder what the occasion is. Normally it's just reheated whatever. I put the gush pillows back the way my parents like them and head into the kitchen to see what's up. Wow, Mom, that smells good. Shit, sorry. Didn't know you were still... Oh man, I passed up on you, didn't I? Yes, Simon. It's fine. You feel any better? Oh, are they not around very often? Yeah, they're usually busy with work stuff. Both have busy but well-paying jobs. I'm fine, don't worry. If you say so. Olivia looks down at the slow cooker and fiddles one of the dials. Actually, are you? Do you really not have anyone around? No aunts, grandparents, no nothing? I shrug. Like, my mom's gone and my dad's a whole nother story. But at least he stuck me with the pains. And that way, I guess you're worse off than me somehow. The last part she spoke was quieter, and a downcast face I can't help but feel wasn't meant to hear. Well, yeah, at least you have your folks. I don't think it's as much good comparing our situations. I'll just have to be a better parent for my kids. Olivia flinches. I don't know why, though. Isn't that what everyone wants? You plan to start a family? Yeah, of course. How about you? My dad really wants me to. He knows he's pretty far from my deal. He told me before that I hope I can make a family work like how he couldn't. It'd be nice. Probably not gonna happen. I think it can. Hmm? Well, after you collapsed, I panicked. I had to call Mrs. Payne to ask her what to do, if I should call emergency services. She said when this happens to Damien, she just makes him shepherd's pie and waits for him to sleep it off. I had to root for your fridge to find out that you have jack shit in terms of ingredients. And your appliances too. I thought a place as upscale as this would clearly have an air fryer. But all I can find was a slow cooker. So I threw the vegetables that I hadn't expired into it with some stock. Should be good for your sciences at least. I vaguely remember something along those lines. I sat close to Olivia, peering through the glass window of the cooker. I didn't even know we had half of whatever's in there. Really? Why would your parents buy this kind of stuff just to let it rot away in the fridge? My mom does like to cook, but she doesn't do it very often. I wish she would. The green gator snorts. You know, I'm only spoiling you because you are sick. It's not that. I just miss dinner, you know. Sitting around a dining room table, talking to each other. We don't really do that anymore, except maybe on holidays. Olivia winces. No kidding, sigh to pray. I can't help but sigh as I think about my lackluster relationship with mum and dad. It's alright. Anyway, I didn't take you for the culinary type, Olivia. The awkwardness of just standing and staring gets to me, so I choose to take a seat at our island table. Man, these chairs are surprisingly comfy. This is actually the first time the table was even used since we moved in. Thinking about it, Olivia's given me a lot of firsts now. Kinda wish Mum would make dinner again. Like, before she got that promotion. Olivia hums to herself as she moves towards the fridge, pulling out the egg carton and scouring after checking it. How often do you get groceries, Inko? I ordered some earlier. Actual groceries, not that junk. Oh, God, that's such a waste of money. Imagine if you could cook the food you like. I try to, my head starts to get a bit lighter. Oh no, I can practically taste the salivating smell coming from the cooker. Isn't that why you're in home ec? There's another low hum from her as she considers something. I wanted to be ready when I had to have my own a place of my own. I wanted to be ready when I had to have a place of my own. And it's actually relaxing. Just keeps my mind and hands busy when I'm alone. Plus, it's either this or, you know, brother on Mrs. Payne all the time. The cooker dings, signaling the stew was finished. When Olivia takes the lid off, a cloud of steam erupts with a rich aroma of cooked meat and vegetables. Can you grab us some bowls? I'm guessing they're in the shelves above. I'm not get up, moving around the table to the shelf with all the bowls. I give a top and a quick dust check, sticking it back in and taking the two under it. Olivia already has a ladle out, stirring the soup slowly. I set the bowl down next to her and the ladles in, serving for us. Okay, moneybags, back to the couch. You don't want to eat at a table? I can't. What do you... Oh. The island table doesn't really have the space for her chair to fit underneath. Plus, I want to enjoy this as some quality entertainment. I figure we can watch something together on that big flat screen you've got. That's okay, right? Sure. I carry both bowls back to the table, seeing the entire living room has been cleaned up. Man, I really need to make this up to Olivia somehow. Just watching something doesn't feel like a fair deal at all. Not only cooking, but even cleaning up after. I'll find a way to repay her. I sat down at dinner on the coffee table. But before Olivia can say a thing, I placed both hands on the counter of the couch and push. Didn't think it'd be so hard, but then again, I'm all still out of sorts. The space created, however, is enough for Olivia to work the front of a chair in. Olivia gives me an appreciative nod, then angles her chair in a way to let her tail and couches armrest to pivot herself onto it. Thanks. I give Olivia a small nod and a smile as I grab my spoon off the table. Leaning close to the bowl, the comforting aroma of the soup wafts up my stuffy nose. First time I'm getting goosebumps that aren't caused by cold flashes. I get a good spoonful of Olivia's homemade remedy and making sure to get some meat and veggies as well. It's still piping hot. I blew a bit of air onto the spoon to cool it down. Pussy. What? Hey, the last thing I need with this fever is a second-degree burns all over my tongue. Whatever you say. Once I feel that it's sufficiently cooled, I slurp up my first spoonful. My dry, tired eyes close in bliss as the flavors wash over my taste buds, firing all off like fireworks. To describe it as just being good would be a severe understatement. The stock is rich and hearty. The meat is well cooked. It could easily fall off the bone it came from, and the vegetables gave it a nice aromatic touch. All of it well seasoned and spiced. It's like I'm experiencing that scene from Compy Tui. Sensing and seeing the different flavors move and dance around my mind. For a brief moment, I forgot all but my fever and felt the warm presence of the soup envelop me like a cozy blanket. Is it good? Like a record scratch, I'm taken on my experience and brought back to earth by the baryonyx voice. I look to see Olivia giving me a questioning look, idly crunching and munching her soup. I also realized I'm sunk into the couch, my arms to the side like a ragged doll. I felt like my body was weighed down by both my sickness and the soup. I guess I got lost in the broth. Whoa, Olivia, this soup is amazing. Olivia rolls her eyes at my enthusiastic compliment, but lets out a tiny smile. It's nothing. I just threw shit together in a pot and called it food. Anyone could do that. Olivia looks away, once again cutting herself short. With a weak strength, I lift myself from the couch's gravitational pull to better look at the shining scaly. I'm serious. This is the most delicious soup I've ever had. Olivia moves her head back closer to me, but it still avoids my gaze, her smile a little weaker. Alright, I get it. Don't have to make it sound better than it is. It's just helping out your flu. I'm not saying it because of the flu. Honestly, you have a real talent for cooking. Olivia turns towards me, her smile still small but filled with honest joy. You really think so? I nod, even as the soothing warmth of Olivia's soup settles in, and manage to return her meek smile with my own tired one. I know so. Her eyes dart around for anything else to focus on, desperately trying to redirect her fluster. She shakes the flush off her face and cheeks around from her bag. Well, I'll get going. Going? I thought you want to catch up on your shows. Well, that's right there. It's at least I can do after your help today. What were you wanting to watch? She eyes the remote, the oversized screen on a wall. A few things, nothing in particular. I remember you asking last month for some recommendations, so I've been thinking a few you might like, but if you're sick and all, I don't want to. Yeah, I'd love to see what you have. My parents probably want me back to hog it for another few hours. If they come back tonight at all. So it's a pretty good time. You really sure? Sure, I'm sure. Show me all about the deep cultural meaning of animated dinosaur folk cartoons. Oh my god, you're lucky you're sick right now. Yep. Olivia takes the remote and flicks the TV on. After getting over the shock of the screen being taller than she is, she navigates to a streaming site and picks some colourful series I've only seen in passing. This one has a rough pilot, but it gets better a few episodes in, and the animation is top notch. She flips the episode on and an established fight scene unravels while Olivia moves back to the couch by me. Then, to my surprise, she heft herself out of the chair and onto the cushion next to me. I move my arm out of the way to make room. Oh, sorry, should have asked. Of course, you're welcome to sit. I know, but thanks. We focus back on the show. Well, I do. Olivia's glancing my way after every jerk and expensive shot to analyze my reaction. And when it's not for that, it's a forewarning that something a bit cheesy was about to happen. Eventually the first episode closes and the heroes are ready to begin their journey for real in the following one. The credits roll and Olivia swishes her head aside with her fingertips. So it's pretty good, I guess. I don't know, what do you think? Yeah, I like it. Really? Then when we got the whole season, they got the whole season. Do you want to see more? Wait, didn't you say you want to catch up on your shows? This is the pilot episode. She fumbles a remote in her hands and has to catch it mid-air. Well, yeah. Just figured you should know what's going on so you're not lost, you know? But if you want to keep watching this, that's fun too. She quickly pushes the button to start the next episode without my response. Cute is all that runs in my mind as she attempts to cover for her small mistake. It's probably just refreshing a memory and I wonder why I thought cute fit. Well, it does. Well, endearing every time she glances over as if I wouldn't enjoy the show. Sure, Mum and Dad aren't back in any rush. Sure, Mum and Dad aren't in any rush back. The characters on screen freeze. Oh shoot, did the Wi-Fi go out again? Try to stand up, but a brutish heavy limb anchors my lap back down. Olivia's tail feels like a boulder across my legs. Keep me from standing, Olivia. I just pause at Inko. Oh. There's a complicated expression on her face. Is it normal? Is what normal? She chews her lip slowly in consideration. Her parents. Like, are they not really going to be back? I shrug. They're always busy at work. I feel her shifting next to me. Olivia's inching herself closer. Like, when I think about it, I barely see him at all. More shifting. I wonder sometimes. The tail shifts to my abdomen now. Does anyone even care? All the movement has stopped, as if rally itself has paused. Man, I must be more tired than I thought. I feel my head sway as my muscles ease in the putty. I'm sure they do. I look at Olivia, who is shoulder to shoulder with me now. I mean, Dad's kind of the same. Olivia chews her lips as she considers her words. He's always busy too. The reason why I live with my godparents is because Dar has to travel and work. So he doesn't. I stop myself as I see the faint wetness in Olivia's eyes. Sorry. Her eyes close and a somber sigh escapes her lips. No, it's fine. I get it, Inko. There's a silence hanging over us now. I copy after the sweet girl next to me, letting my eyes slide close and a sad brief lose. After some time, she breaks the silence with soft and tender words. Of course your parents care, just like Dad. Why else would they work so much? But what I mean? I wondered at just how pathetic that sounded. It's for you, you doof. How else could you afford all these nice things? Her words grow quieter as time goes on. My body sinks into numbness again. Dad covers enough to work for my sake. Enough to talk my godparents and to let me live with them. They didn't have to, and yet I'm burning them. My mind connects the dots. Mr. Halford talked Randy and Sophie into it. Which is why I have to be able to live my own as soon as I can. Because if they don't want me there anymore, that's it for me. I recall just how happy they were to have Olivia join the party. They wouldn't though. They love you like Damien and Vinny. She shakes the morose thoughts in her head and then looks at me with serious moonshade eyes. Anyway, you should do the same to your parents and yourself. My head goes horizontal and I find myself on top of the comfiest pillow I've ever felt. I nod, and the nod becomes a nuzzle into said pillow. Above me, Olivia yelps. I try to turn to see what's wrong, but something falls on top of my head that keeps it in place. Nothing. The soothingly cool something rubs across my head, drag me further and further until I rest for peace. Along with the gentle caresses, a deep vibrato emanates from somewhere, resonating in my tired mind. Okay, but the lulling touch and my tone heavy, my eyelids grow heavy. What did I? By the time I wake up, Olivia's gone. I check my phone for the time, only to realise it's 4 in the morning. I can't help but groan as I sit up on the couch. But instead of feeling horrible like I was the past few days, I felt surprisingly well. There's no doubt that I have Olivia to thank. Hell, I might have been able to go to school today. I wonder if there's any of that soup is left. Troy left it in the fridge, right? I shuffled over to the appliance and opened the door. I aligned my eyes to adjust to the light. It only takes 2 seconds for me to spot a Tupperware container filled with a delicious meal. Nice. I'll have to ask her for the recipe sometime. Thanks to Olivia's advice in cooking, I finally made my recovery and returned to school. And I'm glad to be back. Felt like I missed so much while I've been gone. I have so much to catch up on. I mean, I did manage to finish all the assignments that Ben had sent to me, but I feel I've overlooked other things. Like gossip about me. Damien tried to give me the rundown of it all during PE. I'm still in shock over how bad some of them got. Up to a cartel running in FBI's most wanted. I don't think that's even possible in just a week. Then the class bell rings throughout the school, signaling the start of lunch. As everyone in class is packing up their things, Mr. Anakin speaks up. Alright everyone, make sure you complete the assignment by next class. You all have a wonderful rest of the day now. Oh, and Inko? I stop in the moment of my name as I throw my backpack. Could you wait a moment? I have something I wish to speak to you about. Yeah, of course. Olivia looks back from the class entrance waiting for me. Don't wait up for me. I'll wait. I'll meet you at the table with the others. With a shrug and a nod, Olivia wheels herself out of the door and down the hall. Everyone else leaves the classroom until it was just Ida Khan and I. Please have a seat. I take the seats closest to Ida Khan's desk. Bring my backpack down as well. Mr. Ida Khan himself gets out of his chair and walks around his desk, leaning against it. So, I'll be quick about it. I got a job that needs doing. You missed assignments and need makeup work, and I need some extra help with something. Something I think you'll be very interested in. Some good friends of mine are getting married in a few short days, and they hire me to be their photographer. And giving me the excellent learning child labor and given the excellent learning experience child labor I thought you me yes, if you want to, of course. I could always call in some associates to help me out, but I thought adding in some extra credit would sweeten the deal. What will we be doing? There's a broad smile on his face and a distant look in his eyes. Well, you'll be my apprentice in this case. Not only you'll be helping me set up more elaborate photos, you'll also be doing a lot of independent shots. Independent? You mean I'll be taking my own pictures? Yep. In fact, you'll be using your SLRs and lens for it to keep all the shots uniform. The idea of finally getting to use something like Mr. Anakan's $1,000 K-Bon makes my head swim. So, what do you say? Interested? It certainly seems like a hefty task, even if Anakan will be there to help us. Then again, Anakan wouldn't be offering a job if he didn't think I was capable of doing it. Which would technically be my first official photography gig. And a wedding shoot to boot. It sounds so daunting yet enticing. I would love to. Alright, sounds like a done deal. It's after school today. We can talk about it more later. For now, you should be getting along to lunch. Thank you, Mr. Ida Khan. Ida Khan. I give the teacher a nod and grab my backpack. As I head out the door, my curiosity gets the better of me. So who's the lucky couple, if I don't mind asking? School nurse, actually. The husband-to-be is also a good friend of mine. Huh? Neat. I make a mental note of giving my wishes to the nurse if I see her before the wedding. With that, I wave Mr. Ayada Khan goodbye and head down the hallway. Wait, Friday? I was going to practice painting then. I already agreed to go. Even if I didn't, it's real photography. It's not even a question which I should go to, but geez. Like the universe conspiring against me to never stop drawing stick figures. I found out with Olivia, who's waiting near the entrance to the cafeteria. The grassy green girl is leaning over, a sour pout scrunching her more close as she eyes passers by. When she notices I've moved into her airspace, she perks up immediately. Seeing the transformation is surreal. I chew my cheek to keep from laughing as I watch her muscular tail wag happily. But it took you long enough. Yeah, sorry it took so long. You didn't have to wait for me by then. Yeah, I can manage waiting if it means eating with you. I feel a smug tug at my lips, just from hearing Olivia say that. Mind if I push your chair in? Use me as a battering ram for the crowd now, huh? Yeah, something like that. Alright, but only because you asked. but give me a backpack. I'll use it as a shield. When I grab the handles, Olivia moves her tail to cover my waist like the arcade. Alright, charge! Yes, ma'am. I started marching through the crowd of unruly and famished teens clamoring for their daily meal. Olivia turns her head to me to say something. So what happened to Mr. Ayadakan? You're in trouble with something? Oh, nah. Ayadakan just had a proposition for some extra credit. Really? What is it? He wants me to join him at a wedding and help him out with a photo shoot. Says he think will be a good learning experience. Oh, well that sounds pretty interesting. Did you take it? Yep. Could be a good way to hone in what I know now. Plus, the extra credit can help me make up for the time that I was sick. You mean when you nearly overdosed on that cough syrup cocktail you made? Yeah, that. Wait. Huh? What? Didn't I say something? I didn't say anything. Crowd's too loud here. The baryonyx chuckles to herself. I'm left rolling my eyes, letting her claim a victory in this exchange. By the time we've got our lunch, it's a simple matter of locating Damien and Liz by the telephone pole neck. For whatever reason, they're at a more sequestered table today, and when we arrive, it's pretty close why. Oh no, here again. Took you too long enough. Yeah. I've heard more from Olivia, something more graphic. Instead of Olivia rolls herself in the rest of the way, taking her designated spot at the head of the table. I take a spot adjacent to her, all while keeping a wary eye on the pink Parasaurolophus. It seems like Ray is rated against me and simmered down all the time, but that air of uncertainty and uneasiness still waved around her. The best I can do is act friendly. Hey, Mia's, there's something you need. Nah, I just need to catch up with my good pal here. The red-scaled menace turned towards Olivia. Her eyes remained locked on a soggy chicken she's eating mechanically. I thought you were asking Liz for our homework though. That too. Ah, right, here guys. A pair of soda cans are rolled on the table, and thank reference to Christ, I want to catch both before they ram to my tray of unquestionable lunch meat. You guys were taking a while, so I grabbed the drinks today. No, you didn't. Mia gave you those. Mia gave those to you. Well, she did it because I thought about doing it. She's trying to bribe you for the math answers I helped you with earlier. Lizzie, I can't believe you would simply imply something like that about me. That's true. Hey, free soda is free soda, man. At any rate, the real reason I'm here is, say Olivia, you leave your phone at home or something? People are trying to contact you all day. Oh. Olivia pulls her phone out of the pocket of her jacket pocket. She pulls the phone out of the jacket pocket, catch a glimpse of wallpaper. A comical portrait of guts that she'd probably doodled. Yeah, I ran out of service for the month. What the hell? You don't get a proper monthly plan? I got more important things to do than this, you know. I got more important things to be doing than this, you know. If you want to see Olivia so bad, why not send you and not just shop themselves? Shut it. Who's so important for this anyways? Who do you think, Ben? Ben wants to talk to Olivia? Why does he want to talk to Olivia? Is this 20 freaking questions? How else should I know what's really going on between my boyfriend and Hot Wheels here? All that matters to me is if Olivia's here gonna fix it or not. I'll think about it. Ugh, whatever. I'm out of here. Smell you later, Gator. Mia storms off, leaving Olivia looking very sour. Things are right with Ben. Olivia rests her arms on the table and slumps her head. I don't want to talk about it. Where's her bright mood from before go? Well, anyways, Damien, you really shouldn't condone cheating, even with something as simple as math homework. But you helped me out with it. That's different. I helped you with it, and I think you're getting something out of it. Like the answers? What I mean is, in comparison, Mia's just trying to be lazy, and she's only cheating herself. What's the issue then? What's the issue? Yeah, I get a free soda. Someone you hate tricks herself into staying stupid, and no one thinks they win. It's great. You scare me sometimes, Damien. I guess I'll have to ask Ben what's going on if I see him later. In the meantime, Olivia's disposition only keeps getting more and more dour. I try to think of something to help her cheer up, but I keep coming up with dead ends on just what could work here. There's gotta be something. I can't leave her in such a sour mood. Oh, how about that? Hey, so what's the deal with your phone background? Oh, you noticed it. She flips her phone open and shows me her background. It's a little doodle of guts. Yeah, drew it up the other day. Got the curves just right first try, so it's pretty cool. I'll bet. Is he here with you today? Nah, I left him at home. How often do you bring him? Not often. Maybe once or twice a semester, even if it's just when I'm bored. Yeah, if you're wondering, Guts is her pet rat that she does keep with her sometimes. It's not the anime character Guts, it's just a pet rat that she names Guts. Although once he was just in my hoodie when I left for school. Unexpected. It was. Here, I got some pictures saved. The screen displays a small creature sat on top of a desk with its skinny tail clutching to its chest tightly. I don't know why, but he holds his tail like that all the time. I feel Dayan and Liz hovering before me, their eyes locked onto the adorably fat creature on the screen. I don't know who coos, probably Liz, but Olivia rolls her eyes and swipes to the next picture of the cute pet, now in a transparent bowl, looking confused. For the remaining minutes of lunch, we just huddled around Olivia's phone, entranced by a sweet little rat as it did the most mundane things. Yet, Guts' method of doing them was too undeniably cute, and that's what really got us and made time fly faster than we could even notice. I blink a couple of times, stretching my arms and legs as I get up from my desk. Mrs. Prockling really knows how to make 40 minutes feel like 80. Well, at least it's time to practice painting for real. Wait, no. Ida Khan wrote me into the photo shoot. Can't practice painting, can't get good at anything. Why is it every time I actually try to improve, something like this happens? At this rate, I'll never be good enough to get a real following. I haven't gotten to actually have a whole afternoon to practice at all. Still, there's no way in hell I'm missing this. I end up being in Ben and Ida Khan right as he was locking his classroom. While our teacher made the assignment, internship, apprenticeship, while he made it sound simple, I was still subjected to some paperwork. Something about liability waiver or something. You know, in case something happens to us, like a surprise attack by 5 teenagers and we call it spandex. Wait, what? I wonder if that happens often. We still filled out the form as the instructor gave an overview of just what exactly Ben and I would be doing. There's a few structures out here, save for one at the edge of the cliff. Ben's the first one out of the cramped car with an armful of telescoping black stands. I follow his example, unloading the vehicle. It looks so goofy with the cameras on them. It's a bit goofy. Alright, you two. Showing the same camera sprite. I like it. Alright, you two. Remember what you're doing tonight? Yes, sir. After we set up a photo station in the corner of the hall, we'll be taking turns walking the reception, taking photos of the guest. Perfect. I'll be with the wedding party the entire time. So if you need me, just look for the gaggling of similarly dressed women screeching and you'll find me. He grins as he helps carry the last of the lightest equipment from the trunk. Remember, this is actual work, so be polite, be efficient, but most importantly, Ben and I sit upright at attention, ready for any order our teacher will give us. Have fun, but trust me, the clients will appreciate it more. Finally finished with unloading, I inhaled the mixed aroma of ocean and flowers. While I find the scent energizing, Ben seems to have the exact opposite reaction. His brow pinched together in disgust as he tries to futilely fan away the air with one hand while covering his nose with the other. Ugh, I think I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be a sick one next with this weather. At least the view's great. It is, yeah. Mr. Ayada-Khan leads us through a small garden out front and into the reception hall. It's a spacious wedding tent, adorned with all sorts of flora and high-end lighting, keeping the place warm and lit. Okay, you guys, know how to set up here? I'm gonna get to business. Yes, sir. He leaves us, stepping into the ongoing ceremony with a primed camera and tripod. Ben and I exchange a single glance before we both resign ourselves to the daunting task. First on the list is the telescopic stands for the cameras. For experience, it doesn't take us too long to get those in place. Next are reflectors and strobe lights, all packed in heavy cases that have to be hauled inside. For my third case, I'm already exhausted. Shoot, I thought gym class would have prepared me for this. Bzz, my phone buzzes, might as well take a breather. Opening up the notification, I discovered from Olivia. Hey Shades. Hey Olivia, you got service back? Oh, I lied about that. Saw you leave with Ayada-Khan after school. What's up with that? I'm helping him with a wedding photo shoot. You had a wedding? Did Ayada-Khan give you a better jacket for it? My jacket is cool enough. So we're at... Teach said it was some place called Clarkson Lookout on the way over. Wait, really? That place has a bunch of scenic views. If you see any good landscape shots, take one for me. Sure, if I get time. No, do it now. Oh, she'll send Guts over to shoot you. She's gonna send over Guts with a gun. Cute and threatening must proceed. Jeez, well, this is a good spot as any. The sun's starting to set, so it does make for some pretty nice atmosphere. Maybe Olivia wants to print another landscape. In distance, I see a few sailboats and yachts. Further beyond, a freighter or two. The sea's sure a crowd of these days. I take the picture and send it over to Olivia. Thanks. I can't picture thanking me like that in reality. The thought alone of her doing something is so sweet. Inko, this thing weighs like 80 pounds. I'm not doing all the work. Alright, I left my camera hanging loose from my neck while assisting Ben was setting up the last of the standing reflectors. Setting up meant not only the cameras, but a large chunk of incomplete decor prep, which meant carrying out loads and loads of heavy cases, loaded with strobes, reflectors, cloth sheets, and so many telescoping pole stands. Following instructions, Ben has set up a small red carpet path leading to a glamour shot station. And meanwhile, I was finishing making sure the marked up spots within the room had the right combination of flat, strobe, and or reflector. By the time a teacher had come back, I just placed the final light in position. As the guests start walking down Ben's handmade path, I skirt around the edge with my borrowed high-end camera. The DSLR clicks are mute compared to the chattering guests, and while I think I managed to catch some decent shots, I'm just not really feeling it today. There's something wrong with me. And voila. Ben was having a much easier time working at the makeshift studio we'd built in the corner. Couples would simply walk up and stand before the backdrop of the massive window to the cliffside in the ocean. And Ben had the brilliant idea not to only set up Ida Khan's loaned camera, but also his own, so he captured the couples from 2 angles at once. He looked so happy with each and every shot he took, and people always chatted him up right after. And here I am, doing my best not to scowl as I look over the blurry shot I had messed up. Blurry because my hands are shaking. I guess I'm nerved. I hadn't noticed till my own messaging app had been going off. I hardly think Ben's turning it into a competition. So is it going well? Hardly. I think Ben's turning it into competition. Are you winning? No, not really. Beating for me? That wasn't a real message. I'm trying to ignore my phone for now. I don't think anything will calm my nerves at this point. That feeling of anxiety only grows as time marches on. I can't seem to get any one picture just right, and Ben zooming around as efficiently as he isn't helping. Well, that's not all. Those messages are just throw me off. Just break his flashing stick thingy, lol. Then his pics will be super dark. How out of date is Olivia to think we still use flash pens? I'll lock him in a bathroom or something. I don't think that's sportsmanlike or legal. Oh, I just remember I need another pic. Can you try shoving him into the wedding cake and taking a pic of him smashing on the floor? I need it for Muse. That do it for me? Come on, that's just violent. Just barely through my peripheral vision, I had a perfect shot of an older couple. The parents of the groom, I believe. That's a good chance. I bring the borrowed camera up and look through the viewfinder and see that the parents already moved on into another group. The camera slips from my grip, but luckily the neck strap holds it safely against my chest. Okay, I need a break. I need an appropriate spot to sneak outside and go around the building and slumping against. I find an appropriate place to sneak around and go around the building, slumping down against the brick siding. It's really twilight now. The ocean's reflection of the sun is getting very close to meeting the real thing. My phone buzzes once more and something in me jumps. It's not fear, though I wish I knew what it was. Olivia sent a video of Guts running around a maze she put together using cardboard and school supplies. When he came out the other end, she gave him a grape to bite into, in her palm. I was never really fond of rodents, but seeing Olivia's videos and little doodles is really starting to sway me. There's something about seeing Olivia having such a strong bond of Guts and caring for him that warms my heart. It's hard to believe that, but this is the same girl that used to give me nothing but icy stares when I first met her. I'm glad she feels comfortable enough with me to let her defenses down and be herself. As I continue snapping photos, my trek around the hall to find good photo ops leads me to a stage where the DJ once was. Shame that I didn't get any good shots of him while he was there. Maybe Ben got some decent photos. Looking through the camera lens, I see that there's a gentleman sitting on the steps that lead up to the stage, finishing off a cigarette. There's someone over the steps, taking a deep drag of a cigarette and blowing smoke towards the window. A truly iconic display of suavity. Before I know it, I've taken several shots. He seems like he wants to be left alone, but he doesn't mind. Right. Hey kid. At least get my good side, will ya? Oh. I stepped closer, readjusting my camera settings and scrambling for an explanation. Sorry about that. I was unsure if you wanted the attention. It's alright. People say I got a kind of resting bitch face. Oh, I can't lie. I'm pretty exhausted, kid. Especially after I had to carry the new missus down the aisle all the way to the car. So this is the groom. So you're gonna take a photo or what? Oh, right, sorry. I raise my photo. The groom takes a thinker-esque pose, taking a drag from his cigarette. After a few clicks and a couple of slight adjustments to my position, I believe I got some pretty good shots in there. There we go. The groom blows out a plume of smoke from his mouth before leaning over to see the captures. Smells like a Vegas hotel. I give the groom time to look at each photo thoroughly before moving to the next one. He was a pretty good kid. Managed to make this mug of mine look halfway decent. Now let's have a scratchy chuckle as he tries to take another puff of his cigarette before snuffing what little was left of it onto the floor. Thanks. So you don't mind me asking, what are you doing all over here? It's your big day, isn't it? The groom lets out another plume. He's already dug. As the groom lets out another plume, he's already dug. Began to dig deep. Began to dig up another cigarette. Line a new cig casually. He begins to inhale it and keeps inhaling it. He holds a finger as he continues inhaling until the cigarette is finished, and he finally exhuming a stream of lung cancer slowly over the course of 30 seconds. Sir? Of course it is. Just having a little rest is all. I mean, this has been the happiest day of my life, but it's all tiring as hell. The missus is certainly having fun, and yet in a few hours, when we are in our no longer bachelor pad, I'll be listening to her as she moans about how sore she is. The groom lets out another plume of smoke, this time through his nostrils. But hey, if that's the price I gotta pay, holy matrimony and all that jazz. Definitely feels like the groom is laying it a bit thick to who is essentially a stranger to him, and yet I can understand what he means. You know, you've been going around the whole reception snapping photos. Why not? Why don't you take a break too? He motions his hand to the nearby stage as an available seat. I sat myself down on the stage as the groom then fills for a small packet. Looking closer, it's a still sealed packet of cigarettes. Trent told me a bit about you, you know. Who? Your camera teacher or whatever he's called at your school. Says you're a good kid and all, but a bit clueless. Hey. The groom lets out another guffaw as he cracks open the pack of cigarettes and plucks a fresh cancer stick. His words, not mine. How do you know him? We've known each other for ages. Actually helped me meet the missus. Funny how that works out. Well, Mr. Ayada Khan was your wingman? Heh. He always hated how I told him that. I gave him a lift to some field trip he had to chaperone. Don't know why. He could have taken the school bus, but as soon as I got there, I met the rest of his co-workers, including my new would-be wife. The Patero prick tricked me into also chaperoning too, saying I could use the time to get to know her better. Jeez, man, I should be asking him. Well, no, I can't. Can't. What? Nothing important. Have a teacher tell you how to court a lady friend, right? Hey, no. Another one of the students, your classmate, yeah? It's not like that. Come on. I know you want to talk about girls. That's always fun. Humor me a bit. She's just a good friend. The words taste bitter on my tongue for some reason. Sure, kid, sure. I got a few more minutes of quiet while Bridezilla and her maids of murder fight over that bouquet. I quickly glance over to see a woman twice my age wielding a folding chair like it was a battle axe. Trent can't help you there, but I can. Good, this friend of yours. What's she like? Well, it's a bit of a complicated history. Oh. I mean, when I first met her, she was very cynical and sarcastic. Well, she's still sarcastic, but in a light-hearted way. Even if a friend, she was a little distant. But when she's painting or gushing about some franchise or obscure anime, there's this unashamed excitement and passion in it. I haven't met anyone with that kind of energy before. Once you get to know her, she's just nice under it all. That everything? Well, yeah. I think she drew me carrying her once. Woo. Well, shoot. He slides the ring off his finger and holds it up to me. You want this? Sounds like you need it more than me. Kidding, I'm just kidding. But dang. Sounds pretty cut and dry to me. Never had a crush before? Not on anyone I personally know. You folks together? Your folks together? Yeah. They love each other too, yeah? Yeah, I guess they do. You guess? It's complicated. They're around so little, I don't know what their love looks like. How they interact. If they even love each other at all. They never told me their story while they're together. Anything that would prepare me for the future was outsourced. As far back as I remember, when my parents went around, there was a screen nearby. And they weren't around often. I've always had that little electronic friend in my pocket telling me how great I was at everything. That's been my only help to get through life. All the best ways to have the best friendships, hobbies, romance. But it feels worthless now. I'm not prepared. I don't even know what this love is. This guy seems to think so though. You'll help me out. I see him putting some words together now. Let me give you a little anecdote. Anecdote, kid. The groom finally lights a cigarette, though this time he's slow to puff on it. See my beautiful bride over there? He motions with a dull ember of his smoke to where the bridesmaids were still violently wrestling and the bride act as referee. Even if you have never met, this was a happenstance meeting. I'd seen her over it, and I just know I love her. Yeah, yep. Is that it? Yeah. Aren't you trying to give me a little push? Convince me I like this girl? You're the one who wanted advice. There it is. I thought you were going to go on a bit more about love. Why the hell would I give a speech about love? I know what it is. You know what it is. But there's no groundbreaking advice that'll make everything make sense. And you don't need me to convince you. You're just looking for a reason to not believe what's in front of you. What's right in front of you. Oh. Break's over, gotta run. The man gets up, dusting off his pants and flicking the cigarette butt into the trash. Hey, take some great pictures of me, will ya? No moping, you're on the clock. He jogs into the crowd to meet up with his bride. My phone buzzes in my mouth. My pocket. What timing? I reach to my pocket and pull up my phone, squinting at the screen. An unread notification of my group chat. Shoot, do I have time to be on my phone right now? I can talk to Damien about this. He's known Olivia for a while. Ben and Olivia used to be friends too, right? Won't you about to help? I should probably focus on what I'm here to do. Besides, I don't want to let the groom down. But this is Olivia we're talking about. I don't want to do anything without knowing as much as I can. I need to focus on taking these photos. I can't afford to slack off now. Besides, I made a promise to the groom, and I don't want to let him down. Oh, Mr. Ayada Khan for that matter. I silence my phone and slide it in my pocket jacket, pushing off the wall and taking hold of my camera. Where should I even start? I think I have a few ideas. With the groom's words still ringing in my ear, I find a second ring of sorts. I can't really understand it. I feel like I'm already picking out prime shots from just scanning over the hall. While Ben continued his autonomous rapid fire approach with the staccato clicking of his head of his snapshots. I've been singling out couples in their own moments, just scatter throughout. I think of some of them have noticed, seemingly to maneuver themselves out of the parasol's view. Young man, over here. An elderly dino catches my attention, waving me to a table where she and her family are sitting. We need a good Christmas photo, if you will be so kind. Of course, ma'am. The large group moved to one side of the table for me, smiling sincerely at my lens. The first shot seemed perfect, but for their sake, I make sure to take a couple extra. Thank you! Do you know how long these will take to be developed? The first should be developed fairly quickly. We'll be sure everyone gets these before the end of the month. They smile and nod, letting me return to, don't forget us. Yeah, get me my wife. My next client's pulling aside to take shots of him in a secluded corner, and after that some of the bridesmaids have grabbed me to take shots for them. It isn't long before some of the servers are wanting photos themselves, posing in front of decorations. Somehow, I was able to squeeze my way out of the mayhem and make my way towards the back of the venue in order to get some much needed fresh air. Shortly after, I noticed Ben doing the same thing, though he manages to do so far more gracefully by talking his way out of whatever request the wedding goers have for him. Makes me wish I was better at communicating and asserting herself in these kind of situations. Ben takes notice of me and approaches at a very casual pace, with no one else seemingly taking notice of him. Taking a breather, I just gave Ben a nod of my head, causing him to smile and adjusting his glasses with his index finger. Well, the wedding's almost finished, so the worst of the workload's behind us. That was good. Ben checks his phone. 8 hours, jeez. Man, yeah, my leg's starting to hurt. You're telling me you don't even have a tail. How do you think I feel? We sigh together. It's a bit of silence since we've had in a while. Across the room, the bride slumps into a chair, trying to kick off her heels. The groom sees me and shrugs a bit, smirking. So how are you feeling about the pictures you've taken? I think I'm pretty confident in mine. Once you have the right equipment, it's just a matter of socializing right and getting the right shots for these sort of events. I'm satisfied. You? Honestly, I'm not sure. I've been taking all these photos right, but it's like something's missing. You make it sound like it's some grand art thing. I know. Back across the room, the bridesmaid motions to her new husband. Just gonna do a quick save. It looks like the next time of the night for him to carry her out in his arms, like in all the movies. She was probably not expecting those slick moves to position her on his back like a child. He laughs to himself while she pouts loudly and holds onto his hair to keep balance. It looks juvenile, honestly, as the bride taps at the exhausted groom's head with balled up fists. But he's laughing. A laugh so infectious that her pout is replaced with delighted giggles of her own when he finally catches her hand in his and just holds it. Once again, they're talking, and the bride is melting into putty at his quiet words. For how menial it is, and how crude that guide was earlier, their understanding and genuine playfulness between them. Without a thought, already looking through the viewfinder and make focusing adjustments for the perfect shot. The shot is cheesy but sincere. They both look beyond exhausted, their clothes showing wear and tear of the night and their body language screaming they need to sleep. And also the smiles they have as they try to look at each other in their awkward positions, speaking metric volumes of just how happy they are after it all. Why do you do that? Huh? Do what? You took a picture just now. Did I? When did my finger get placed over the shutter button? I guess I did. I checked the new entry in the camera roll. Careful, that's an easy way to waste a lot of memory. Probably should just delete it. Delete it, huh? I think it'll be fine. I actually got a good feeling about it. It seems pretty natural, you know. Ben rolls his eyes, if you say so. Before the parashot turns to go back to his assembly line photo, I take grabbing his shoulder. Taking her shoulder. By the way, Ben. Mia stopped by our lunch table earlier to complain to Olivia. Mia stopped by our lunch table earlier today to complain to Olivia. Oh boy. Said you were trying to call her, but was upset she wasn't picking up. I didn't want to pry into your personal business. I don't want to pry into your personal business. But aren't you two on bad terms? Huh? What are you talking about? What? I haven't spoken to Olivia in ages. Huh? I thought you were above gossip, Inko. Sorry, Alright, you boys ready to pack up? Pretty long night, huh? My teacher looks haggard as he steps up to us. His wings are dragging to the floor, and he props himself up with one of the light stands we brought. Despite his exhaustion, he's grinning widely. You two enjoy your first work experience? Oh, absolutely, Mr. Ayada-kan. I managed to load up both the memory cards you gave to me, and I even managed to try out the different kind of lenses you had brought. Good to hear, Ben. What about you, Inko? Well, if I'm being honest with you, it took a while for me, Mr. Ayada-kan. Well, I suppose it's a tough order to start with. So many things to account for, and... No, I meant I didn't really get that many good shots till the end, Mr. Ayada-kan. I even finished the first card you'd given me. I see. Well, when we go through these next week, I'm sure they'll be okay. Oh, definitely. The groom sorted us up with a grin on his face, looking an arm over on the teacher's shoulder. I can't wait to see these. Mr. Ayada-kan straightens up and shrugs the arm off, turning to the newly married man. You'll see them when you see them. My team still needs to go through all the pictures and weed out the chaff. Ah, come on, T. You can't give your buddy a preview or something? Ayada-kan sighs a bit. Hey, it's your special day. Ben, could you fetch the laptop and the card reader? Ben, could you go fetch the laptop and the card reader? Yes, sir. Inko, while he's doing that, can you start packing up everything into the trunk? Sure thing, Mr. Ayada-kan. Before I turned away to start, the retired Patero takes the camera from me. We can sit at the table over there. The two older men head off, leaving Ben and I to get started on packing everything up. While Ben and I are busy dismantling the multitude of standing flashes and lamps, the bridegroom and Mr. Ayada-kan sits at a cleaned up table with a laptop before them. I can't really make out what they're saying, but I can kinda tell based on the way the three switch between quietly focused and laughing loudly. By the time the back of the car is loaded up, the last of the wedding party has departed. Nothing left to do, Ben and I linger a bit behind the group. Yeah, these came out pretty dang great. Thanks again for... Hello, what's this? The laptop displays that last picture I took, somewhat unintentionally. He scans the photo for critical eye. He nods and chuckles with approval. Okay, kid, good job. Be sure to print this one out for me, Trent. I'm gonna put it in my wallet. Sure. Despite how lackluster his compliment is, I can't help but feel proud of my work. It's been a while since I felt like this. Either way, it's not long before we climb into the car and begin our journey back to the school. I settle into the rhythmic motions of the car as it glides along the road. The cityscape of Volcaldera Bluffs passes by and I can't help but admire it. The mood is quickly killed, however, as Ben calls a certain red-scaled girl the saccharine dovey talk makes my head hurt, and I guess by his expression that Ida Khan feels the same way. He changed the subject by asking if my parents can pick me up. Looks like I'll be taking the late night metro home. Still had fun today. Bringing out my own phone, I'm noticing the half dozen messages Olivia sent me while I was busy. Guts bet me some sunflower seeds that Ben would win. Well, there were more messages. That one in particular had me thinking. I mean, it wasn't a competition to begin with, but there's also the fact that the groom had complimented any of Ben's shots, so collect your winnings, Olivia. Good job, agent. You deserve a reward for your hard work. Reward? What kind of? Oh my. Would she really? She knows I've been with Ben and Ida Khan. The interior of the car feels a few degrees warmer as I wait for bathed, debated breath. Inko, you okay? You're breathing pretty hard. Fine, perfectly fine. Fine, perfectly fine. Just car sick. I make sure there is no absolutely way anyone expect me can view my except me can. I make sure that there is absolutely no way anyone except me can view my screen. As extra protection, I dim the brightness of it to the point where I'll be only able to see. As extra protection, I dim the brightness of it to the point that only I'd be able to see a thing in the darkness of the car. Finally, Olivia's text comes through. I hold my breath before opening my eyes to see. A nice sketch, big boy. Right. Mr. Ida Khan, I think Aiko is about to vomit. Not in here. In hindsight, I should have seen that coming, seeing as I'm in love with her after all. Seeing as I'm in love with her and all. Yep, Aiko finally admits he is in love. In hindsight, I should have seen that coming, seeing as I'm in love with her and all. Damn my hormones. Even though we were pretty far into the season, today is a nice day out. There's a storm coming in later today with a cold front, so temperatures outside are unbearable enough to relax in. One last respite before the unforgiving cold of winter settles in. I decide to celebrate by eating lunch outside. After a good bit of prodding, Olivia joined me. I go. It's too cold. It'll freeze my veins solid. It's 7 degrees and you already agreed. Calm down. I stepped out in the chilled air. She pulls the drawstrings of her hoodie taut, yanking it shut again. When I tried to move her along, she started dragging her tail on the ground. You're secretly enjoying this, aren't you? That hoodie isn't hiding your silly little grin. There's a table by the edge of the yard that looks pretty good. Now it's just the two of us, alone, sitting at a picnic table in complete silence. Ingenious one-liners flow through my head like a slam poetry champion. Yet I can't work out the will to say anything about the wedding to her. Guess that's always later. So, Olivia, the Gator lifts her head with a roast beef sandwich, staring directly at me. What's up? How about this weather? Seriously? Yeah, seriously. I'm not used to coastal towns, so this is a nice change of pace. Well, it's pretty chilly. Part of why we're the only ones out here. It's pretty empty out here too. Pretty empty out here today. Maybe it's like a human dino thing. More accumulated to snow. Even with the hoodie, it's a lot colder than I'd like. Oh, why do you agree to come outside with me? Well, you want me to... And you. Olivia's lip quiver a bit as he tries to work out the words to say. Her mouth isn't up to a task, as a flush of scarlet spreads across her cheeks and makes her pouting lips glow. Hey, stop looking at me like that. I mean, where are you from then? The Midwest. The Midwest? Only loons come from the Midwest. Oh, come on, that's not true. Alright, what was it like then? A lot of empty promises, not worth talking about. What was St. Hammond like before I showed up? Oh, horrible. Everybody here sucked. Well, they still do, I guess, but seriously, most of the faculty had a stick up their ass, and the student body was holding on for dear life. I'd do anything to get out of this place. If I got to take you and Damien with me. Wow. Colourful. Olivia and I froze up at the familiar voice. The sound of stone grinding on stone. Each of the courtyard as we turn our heads towards whoever said that. Principal Scalar stands just as still as us, her face burning red. Though her jaw is moving, teeth grinding exponentially loud as she looks at Olivia. Next to her stands a large whale dressed in formal attire. I guess Mr. Ferris is still doing that inspection. And did he hear... What were you saying just now about student morale, Principal Scalar? He doesn't even look up from his clipboard as he begins jotting down something with a pencil. I said had. Ever since Principal Scalar took over as our principal, things have gotten better. Olivia's words do little to make Scalar's face lessen in both color intensity and heat. Yeah, I have to say this school's way better than my old one by at least a country mile. So, Mr. Inko, would you say that your time in St. Hammond since your transfer has been both fruitful and comfortable? I mean, compared to my old school, I met good friends, had excellent teachers and classes, and have had an all-round good time. Also, cafeteria food is great here. Actually tastes like food and not microwaved, reheated gruel. Mr. Ferris gives me a nod and writes something else on his notepad before turning to face Olivia. What about you, Miss Olivia Halford, was it? Got any more comments regarding St. Hammond? Do be honest, if you please. Olivia shoots me a glance before taking a deep breath. Well, the school needs more handicap access ramps. Also, the elevator in the main building is busted. Sometimes I get stuck for a few minutes. Also, our PE teacher steals his hats from the students and hoards them. Steals the hats. also, our PE teacher steals hats on the students and hoards them in the equipment shed. I can almost feel the heat emanating from Principal Scalar's face as soon as Olivia finishes lodging her complaints. Wouldn't want to be around her after Ferris's visit is over. For his part, Mr. Ferris only nods and writes more down on his clipboard before turning back to face Scalar, who does her best to turn her grimace into a kind of a smile. Seems like there's some issues left over from the previous administration. Are you already taking care of correcting the issues Miss Halford has pointed out? Principal Scalar nervously clears her throat. I've already sent in a request to the district to have your elevator looked at by a technician. Mr. Ferris nods and writes something else in his clipboard before clicking his pen and stuffing it in his front suit pocket. I'll have to talk to the superintendent about that request next time I'm at the office. What about this PE teacher Miss Olivia mentions? Oh, Mr. Coach Soley? Ferris raises an eyebrow. It's his legal name. I know. He checks the page and sighs a bit. Right. Ferris turns to face me. Well, that's enough about St. Hamid for the time being. Mr. Inko, how would you say things are going for you? Not just as a student, but also as a growing adult. Honestly, at the start of a year, I've had told you things. I've had told you things weren't looking too good. But I've met some really good friends here at St. Hamid, and I feel like things will be okay for us. I can't help but look at Olivia as I say that. She stares back in a faint expression of surprise, but it quickly melts away into a warm smile. Yeah, that sums it up pretty well. Mr. Ferris looks up from his clipboard towards us, a smirk forming on his otherwise flat face. I'm glad to hear you two are doing well. The Leviathan finishes jotting down something on his clipboard, finally turning to Principal Scalar. I think I have everything I need for the time being. So, Mr. Ferris, why don't we adjourn to the faculty lounge? Of course, we can go over your future budgetary plans over a nice cup of coffee. The principal turns away. The inspector turns away. Principal Scalar lagged behind him with a look of pure misery on her face. I wish he'd done this freshman year. With a huff and frown, Olivia stabs at her lunch tray, treating Caesar salad like a voodoo doll. Well, look on the bright side. She levels her silver eyes on me, but remains focused on treating a salad like its namesake. It's senior year, and we're about halfway through, so I only have to put up with this place for a couple more months. She lances the largest piece of chicken and twists her spork thoroughly. And then what? I guess, I don't really have any concrete plans for after school. What do you mean? You mentioned all that stuff about making a name for yourself? I mean, yeah, when I first got here, that was the goal. Honestly, I haven't considered what I was going to do to get there. It's my turn to toy with my meal. You? I plan on getting an art degree. Well, really? Online, of course. Oh. Not like I have any options. The only time I'm worth anything is when there's a brush in my hand. Only classes I'm really passing too. I nod my head in understanding, but she's talking about a future. But it sounds more like resignation than a declaration. I at least have something, even if the path to my goal is vague. The morose mood leaves me at a word as a loss of words. Damn it, I was hoping to actually use this time to, I don't know. I want to talk to Olivia and ask her something. Ahem, or something like that. It's to Mr. Ferris and his workplace politics dampening the mood. The air between us is awkward as we pick at our lunch, and even after the bell rings, we are forced to finish it. Finish eating it's still weird. And forced to finish eating, it's still weird. You know what? Even when I asked Olivia, would like a push to history, she just remained silent and thought. Olivia's been quiet for about 5 minutes now. Even though 5 minutes is not that a long time, Olivia has grown so much chattier as of late, so the silence felt just a bit off-putting to me. A part of me couldn't help but wonder if it is a cold shoulder directed at me, or just some nerves from the last conversation. No use, just think about it. So penny for your thoughts, Olivia. Alright. Sorry, I guess I'm not right here right now. What do you think exactly? Olivia lets out a sigh, turns her head towards so that her eyes meet mine. I really got to thinking about what we were talking about earlier. How it seems like neither one of us knows what we're exactly doing after school's over. Oh right, yeah, but I haven't been giving much thought to the fact that I essentially dropped a bombshell on both of us. Now that I start thinking about it, the idea that neither of us really knows what to do after graduation is concerning. Most seniors at least have a small idea what they want to do after graduation. At least, I think. Hell, Liz had made a full chart and timeline for herself. I mean, I always thought I'd go to college. But that feels so basic, for a lack for a better word. There should be some kind of grander plan on what to do, the next big step in life. University, a career, maybe even starting some kind of family. Those are the kind of plans that come to mind. They're all just simple platitudes at the end of the day, though. Is it even worth making plans? The more I think about it, the more likely it is that something stupid just comes out of left field and wrecks everything. If you want to make God laugh, tally your plans and all. So maybe all I can really do then is live in the moment. I always hated that sort of thinking. Maybe just be a sitting duck for life to take pot shots at me. Just pretending like death can't show up and take me at any time. I guess death came early. Well, I'm gonna leave this for another time because I need to go to sleep. Good night, everyone. Peace.